Whatever opinions people want to have about the story, I'm not touching that here. Purely gameplay, purely stealth, this game is ridiculous. Like genuinely some of the smoothest third-person stealth I've ever played. Everything just flows in a way that makes it really hard to go back to other games without feeling like they're stiff or clunky. The first thing you notice is how good movement feels. Going prone, crawling under cars, slipping through grass, sliding between cover, vaulting over stuff, it all just works. There's no friction, you're never fighting the controls. When you mess up, it feels like your fault, not the game's. That alone puts it way above a lot of stealth games that technically have good ideas but feel like ass to actually play. The stealth itself changes constantly depending on the level and enemy type. Some areas are wide open with tall grass where you're crawling around, slowly repositioning, picking people off one by one. Other areas are tight indoor spaces where sound becomes the biggest problem, and one mistake snowballs instantly. You're always adapting, you're never doing the exact same thing for too long. Enemy AI is where the game really flexes. Human enemies communicate, call out names when someone goes down, spread out, flank you, flesh you out. It feels chaotic in a very natural way. You don't feel like you're exploiting dumb behavior. You feel like you're barely staying ahead of people who are actively trying to kill you. Dogs especially add another layer because now scent matters. You can't just sit in one spot forever. You're constantly moving, doubling back, breaking line of sight. Then you've got the infected, which completely change the stealth rules. Clickers force you to move slowly and deliberately, timing every throw and every step. Runners create noise and panic. Stalkers are just annoying in the best way, because they actually hide and wait for you. Switching between human stealth and infected stealth keeps the pacing sharp because you're using the same mechanics in totally different ways. What makes it all work is how forgiving the game is. Without being easy, you can recover from mistakes. If you get spotted, it doesn't always mean instant death. You can dive prone, break line of sight, reposition, turn a bad situation into controlled chaos. The stealth feels dynamic instead of binary. You're not either invisible or dead. You're constantly adjusting on the fly. Weapons and tools feed directly into stealth instead of replacing it. Silencers are temporary, ammo is scarce, crafting is limited. You're always making decisions like whether it's worth using a bottle now or saving it for later. Even melee feels weighty and desperate, which fits perfectly. Nothing feels overpowered for long. Level design deserves a lot of credit too. Areas are built with multiple routes, vertical paths, hidden spaces, and enough freedom to approach encounters in different ways. You're encouraged to experiment, to move, to think about positioning instead of just crouching behind the nearest object and waiting. The Last of Us Part 2 is one of those rare games where stealth, movement, animation, and AI all come together perfectly. It feels polished to an absurd degree. Every transition is smooth, every action feels intentional, and the game constantly adapts to how you play, instead of forcing you into one rigid style. If you care about modern stealth gameplay, this is basically the gold standard. It's tense without being clunky, aggressive without losing control, and fluid in a way very few games manage. You're not just sneaking around, you're surviving moment to moment, and it feels incredible the entire time.